Hi, good morning students. Myself Kulandaraj, Accountancy Lecturer, SDC College, Bangarpet. Today we are moving to see the problems related with the balance sheet. Yesterday, my dear students, we have discussed the problems related with the statement of profit and loss. Now moving on to the problems on the preparation of balance sheet. My dear students, in the financial statements, we have major two heads. The first thing is called a statement of profit and loss. We have completed that problems. In the yesterday section, we have seen the balance sheet format, how to record in the amounts in the balance sheet. Now we are moving to the balance sheet problems. See here, the seventh problem. From the following information, prepare balance sheet of Jindal Company Limited as at 31st March 2018 as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 is given. So, which date they are given? Year and date is 31st of March 2018 as per which Schedule 3 of the Companies Act is given here. So, the balance sheet as well as statement of profit and loss will be prepared under the Schedule 3 of the Companies Act of 2013. So, particular rupees is given. So, we need to find out which is assets as well as which is liabilities, for which thing we need to prepare the note. So, see here, share capital is given. So, share capital is an liability. It will be appearing under where? Shareholders fund. Under the head shareholders fund, the share capital will be coming. Reserves and surplus is given. Reserves and surplus will be given, will be coming under which head? Under the head reserves and surplus itself. 10% debentures. It is long-term loan, we can say. That is long-term borrowings. Whatever long-term borrowings are there, this is 10% debentures. We will not paying in the short period. So, it will be paid in the longer period. Again, creditors, bills payable are there. This creditors and bills payable will be appearing under where? Under the current liabilities, under a trade payables we can call. Fixed assets will be coming under the asset side. Under the fixed assets we have 15 lakhs. Again, trade receivables 5 lakhs. Trade receivables also will be coming under the asset side, under the head called as current assets. Short term investments will be coming rupees 2 lakhs. This also will be coming under where? Under the current assets itself. Cash and cash equivalents 3 lakhs will be coming under the current assets. Now we can move it into the problem, my dear students. The solution here is balance sheet as at 31st of March 2018, particulars, note number, amount in rupees is given. So, equities and the liabilities, I said already in the yesterday's class, that is under the equities and liabilities. So, we have shareholders fund. Under that shareholders fund, share capital is 10 lakhs we have taken. How we got this 10 lakhs means, see here, share capital how much is given in the problem? Share capital how much is given here? 10 lakhs. So, this 10 lakhs we have considered here. So, share capital it becomes how much here? 10 lakhs. Reserves and surplus is 5 lakhs is given. So, 5 lakhs we have taken here. Where we got that reserves and surplus? See here, reserves and surplus 5 lakhs we have considered here. So, again moving on to the next thing, we have money received against share warrants, nothing is there. Share application money pending allotment, nothing, nil. So, again the next head, non-current liabilities. Under the non-current liabilities, we have long-term borrowings. Long-term borrowings here is nothing but which thing? Debentures. Amount of rupees 5 lakhs. Where we got in the question, it is given as what here? 10% debentures 5 lakhs. So, directly we have taken how much here? 5 lakhs in the long-term borrowings under the head. That is long-term borrowings of debentures. That is non-current liabilities 5 lakhs. Current liabilities, short-term borrowings is nil. Trade payables 5 lakh is taken. Why this trade payables are 5 lakh? Note number 1 we have shown clearly here. Trade payables include creditors of rupees 2 lakhs and bills payable of rupees 3 lakhs. Overall it becomes how much? 5 lakhs. That 5 lakhs here we have included. Here you can see clearly that trade receivables, that is creditors, trade payables, that is creditors 2 lakhs, bills payable 3 lakhs. Overall it becomes how much? 5 lakhs. That 5 lakhs we have shown here, my dear students. So, it becomes how much here? Trade payables, note number 1, it has been shown 5 lakhs. Other current liabilities is nil. Short term provisions also nil. So, total of the liabilities, equities and liabilities, it becomes 25 lakhs, my dear students. Now, moving to the assets. Under that assets, again we are majorly dividing into two, non-current assets as well as the current assets. In the non-current assets, fixed assets 15 lakhs. In the question itself, in the problem itself they are given. So, how much is given here? See here, fixed assets 15 lakhs. So directly we are taking here itself, how much we are taking fixed assets? 15 lakhs. Non-current investments is nil. Other non-current assets is nil. In the current assets, again, current investment 2 lakhs is taken. What is that current investment? We can see here. Current investment point is given here itself, that is the short term investment. It is also treated as what? Current investment. Within 1 year it is repayable 2 lakhs. That same amount of rupees 2 lakhs we have considered here. We have considered in the current investment. Inventories is nil. Trade receivables is 5 lakhs as it is given in the problem. So trade receivables is 5 lakhs as it is, we have taken 5 lakhs. Cash and cash equivalents 3 lakhs. So that also we will be considering here itself. So again see here, trade receivables 5 lakhs, cash and cash equivalents 3 lakhs, short term loans and advances is nil, other current assets is nil. Overall it becomes how much here? 25 lakhs. My dear students, don't be confused, the problem is that's it here. So it's very easy when you know the heads, equities and liabilities as well as the assets head, you will be easily posting the transaction. Whatever the amount is given in the question, that the same problem we need to make the solution. See here, equities and liabilities, under that shareholders fund, under the shareholders fund, share capital, reserves and surplus, money received against share warrants, share application money pending allotment. Next it is non-current liabilities. Under the non-current liabilities, long-term borrowings, that is debentures, current liabilities, short-term borrowings, trade payables, other current liabilities, short-term provisions total. Again in the assets, non-current assets, major head, current assets. In the non-current assets, fixed assets, non-current investment, other non-current assets. Current assets, current investment, inventories, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, other current assets. So overall it becomes how much? 25 lakhs, my dear students. Now moving on to the next question, that is of 8th question, my dear students. From the following information, prepare balance sheet for the year ending 31st March 2018 as per Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. Inventory 7 lakh is given. Inventory will be moving to the current assets. Equity share capital is given. It will move to where? Move to the equities and liabilities. Under the shareholders fund it will be coming. Plant and machinery, fixed assets under the asset side. Preference share capital. So this preference share capital will be coming under the equities and liabilities, amount of rupees 6 lakhs. So my dear friends, here we need to make a note. Which note we need to make? That is share capital note we need to maintain. Under that equity share capital 16 lakhs plus preference share capital 6 lakhs we need to maintain. General reserve 6 lakhs, it will be coming under the equities and liabilities. Under that reserves and surplus we can make it. Creditors, provision for tax, this creditors will be coming under the current liabilities. Provision for taxation also current liabilities. Land and buildings asset. Cash at bank 5 lakhs is an current asset. 12% debenture 12 lakh is a long term borrowing, it will be appearing under the head non-current liabilities. So moving on to the solution, balance sheet as at 31st March 2018. So we have the problem here itself, that is the solution. So particulars, note number, amount in rupees. Equities and liabilities. Under the equities and liabilities, shareholders fund, share capital 22 lakhs I have taken here. How we can make 22 lakhs means, listen here carefully. In the share capital, see here, equity share capital 16 lakhs is there, preference share capital 6 lakhs is there. So it becomes how much? 22 lakhs. That should be maintained in a separate note. Here you can see the note. Note number 1, share capital, particulars rupees, equity share capital 16 lakhs, preference share capital 6 lakhs. Total it becomes how much here? 22 lakhs, my dear friends. So automatically here what happens? We have taken 22 lakhs. That is share capital note number, which is the note number we have made here. Note number 1, 22 lakhs. Reserves and surplus 2, that is of 6 lakhs. Only one general reserve is there, for that also we can maintain a note, that is note number 2, reserves and surplus, particulars rupees, general reserve, how much is there? 6 lakhs. So total 6 lakhs we have taken under the note number 2, that is of reserves and surplus 6 lakhs. Money received against share warrants nil. Share application money pending allotment is also nil. In the non-current liabilities, that is long-term borrowings, only one thing is there, debentures. How much amount is there? 12 lakhs. See here, you can notice in the question itself, that is debentures, 12% debentures, 12 lakh is there, that we have considered here. So 12% debentures, that is long term borrowings, debentures, it is of 12 lakhs. Current liabilities, under this current liabilities, short term borrowings is nil, my dear friends. Trade payables, note number 3 we have maintained. What are the trade payables we will be getting? So listen here, trade payables only creditors is there 3,50,000 as it is we have taken. This note also should be maintained in the book, my dear students. After the solution there should be also note. That note number only we are recording here. See here, trade payables number 3, that is note number 3, 3,50,000. Other current liabilities is nil. Short term provisions 2,50,000 is there. So in the short term provisions 2,50,000, where we have taken that to 2,50,000 means, see here, short term provisions 2,50,000 is nothing but provision for taxation, that is of 2,50,000, my dear students. So coming to that note also we have maintained. See here, short term provisions, provision for tax, how much is there? 2,50,000, total 2,50,000, that we have considered under where? Under the short term provisions. So overall if you see the liabilities, it will be how much? It will be coming 46 lakhs, my dear students. So shareholders fund, equities and liabilities, under that shareholders fund, share capital 22 lakhs, reserves and surplus 6 lakhs, money received against share warrants nil, share application money pending allotment is nil, non-current liabilities, that is long term borrowings, debentures is 12 lakhs, current liabilities, short term borrowings is nil, trade payables note number 3, it is of 3,50,000, other current liabilities is nil, short term provisions note number 4 is of 2,50,000. Total you will be getting how much here? 46 lakhs, my dear students. Now moving on to the next thing, that is of assets. In the same head itself, assets, the second major head. So in the assets we have subheads of 2 subheads. Under that first thing is non-current assets. Under the non-current assets, fixed assets, tangible assets, note number 5 we have maintained 34 lakhs. You can see in the question itself, I will say. In the fixed assets we have plant and machinery. How much is the plant and machinery value? We have 8 lakhs. As well as you can see here one more thing, land and buildings 26 lakhs. So plant and machinery 8 lakhs plus land and buildings 26 lakhs. So overall it becomes how much here? 34 lakhs, my dear students. These assets are tangible assets. We have maintained a note number 5 also for that thing. We can see the note also here itself. So fixed assets, under that tangible assets, plant and machinery 8 lakhs, land and buildings 26 lakhs, total it becomes how much? 34 lakhs, my dear students. So moving on to the next concept here, to the non-current assets. Here see here, we have maintained non-current investment is nil, other non-current assets is nil. So current assets, under that current investment is nil, inventories we have made, how much we have made? 7 lakhs, trade receivables is nil, cash and cash equivalents is 5 lakhs, short term loans and advances is nil, other current assets is nil. So overall it becomes how much? 46 lakhs and 46 lakhs. So both the sides it is equal, that is liabilities and assets are equal. That is how much we got the asset side, that is of 46 lakhs, liability side also 46 lakhs, my dear students. Now the note is also important. After completing this problem, make a note also. See here, share capital we have made, equity share capital, preference share capital. So note is very very important. Note number 1, share capital, that is equity share capital, preference share capital 16 lakhs plus 6 lakhs 22 lakhs. Reserves and surplus, reserves, that is general reserves 6 lakhs. Again we have trade payables, creditors 3,50,000, short term provision for tax 2,50,000, fixed assets, that is tangible assets, plant and machinery, land and buildings. My dear students, pause the video and you can write the notes also, it will be very useful. Now moving on to the next problem, that is 9th problem. From the following information, prepare balance sheet of Surya Limited. So which thing we need to prepare? Balance sheet of Surya Limited for the year ending 31st March 2018 as per Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. As per which schedule we need to prepare? Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013, particulars rupees. See here, equity share capital 20 lakhs is given. This equity share capital should be taken under where? Under the shareholders fund, under the head share capital. Inventories will be moving to the current assets. Plant and machinery will be moving where? Plant and machinery will be moving to the fixed assets under the tangible assets. Preference share capital 12 lakhs. This preference share capital will be moving to where? To the share capital, that is under the shareholders fund. Equity share capital as well as preference share capital will be maintaining a note. So equity share capital 20 lakhs plus preference share capital 12 lakhs. So overall 32 2 lakhs, it should be maintained in a note number 1. Debenture redemption reserve is there 6 lakhs. This debenture redemption reserve should be shown under a separate head called as which thing, that is reserves and surplus. Outstanding expenses we have amount of rupees 3 lakhs. Proposed dividend 5 lakhs is there. Again, land and buildings 20 lakhs. This will be coming under the assets, land and buildings and plant and machinery. Current investment will be coming under the assets. Cash equivalent will be coming from the asset. Short term loan from Z Limited 4 lakhs. Public deposit 12 lakhs. We can see the solution, my dear students, here. So balance sheet as at 31st March 2018 is given. So we can see the particulars, that is note number, amount in rupees. Equities and liabilities. Under the equities and liabilities, shareholders fund. Under the shareholders fund, share capital 1, note number 1, 32 lakhs. How we got that share capital means, here you can clearly see the note. Share capital will be equal to what? Equity share capital 20 lakhs, preference share capital 12 lakhs. It becomes overall how much? It becomes 32 lakhs, my dear students. Again, moving on to the next thing, reserves and surplus 2. Note number 2, 6 lakhs. We have maintained a note. What is the note? We can see here. See the note here, reserves and surplus. What is the only thing? Debenture redemption reserve. How much we got here? 6 lakhs. So that 6 lakhs we are considered here. So next, moving on to the next thing. So money received against share warrants, nothing is there. It is of nil. Share application money pending allotment is nil. Non-current liabilities. Under the non-current liabilities, we have long-term borrowings, debentures. Any long-term borrowings are there? Nil. So current liabilities, short-term borrowings 16 lakhs we have maintained. Note number 3, short-term borrowings, note number 3 we have recorded. See the note number 3 what we have maintained. Short-term borrowing, short-term loans from Z Limited. So 4 lakhs. So we are taking the loan. It is short-term payment we need to make. So that is treated as current liability. So we are maintaining short-term loans from Z. It is of 4 lakh. Public deposit assumed payable within 12 months, 12 lakhs. So this, both the things should be, this public deposit we are assuming that it should be paid within 12 months. This is also same. So this only will be treated as which liabilities? Current liabilities. So short term borrowings we are taking 2 years, that is short term loans from Z Limited 4 lakhs. Public deposit assumed payable within 12 months, 12 lakhs. So it becomes how much? 16 lakhs. That overall 16 lakhs we are showing, my dear friends, here. Short term borrowings, note number 3, 16 lakhs. Trade payables is nil. Other current liabilities 4, that is of rupees 3 lakhs we have considered. Other current liabilities, you can see here, other current liabilities, that is only one thing is there, outstanding expenses 3 lakhs. So total it becomes how much here? 3 lakhs. This is other current liabilities. So again we have one more thing, that is short term provisions. Note number 5, rupees 5 lakhs is given. That is, we know that short term provisions means provision for taxation. It may be the proposed dividend. Yes, here short. Note number 5, short term provisions, proposed dividend. How much is there? 5 lakhs. So total it becomes how much here? 5 lakhs. Now moving on to the, that is in the liabilities side, again you will be getting 62 lakhs as your answer. Liability side, see here in the equities and liabilities, shareholders fund is nil. Share capital, note number 1, 32 lakhs. Reserves and surplus, note number 2, 6 lakhs. Again, money received against share warrants is nil. Share application money all pending allotment is nil. Non-current liabilities, that is long-term borrowings, debentures is nil. Current liabilities, under that short-term borrowings, note number 3, 16 lakhs. Trade payables nil. Other current liabilities 4, 3 lakhs. Short-term provisions, note number 5, 5 lakhs. So you will be getting 62 lakhs. I will be showing the note for this problem. Only for the liabilities. Note number 1, share capital, equity share capital 20 lakhs, preference share capital 12 lakhs, it becomes 32 lakhs. Note number 2, reserves and surplus, under that debenture redemption reserve 6 lakhs, again total 6 lakhs. Again moving on to the short term borrowings, short term loans from Z Limited 4 lakhs, public deposit assumed payable within 12 months, that is of 12 lakhs. So total it becomes how much? 16 lakhs. Again other current liabilities, outstanding expenses, you will be getting 3 lakhs. Note number 5, short term provisions, proposed dividend, it becomes 5 lakhs. So overall we are considering for which thing here? To the equities and liabilities, that you will be getting 62 lakhs, my dear friends. Again moving on to the next major head, assets. Under the assets, first 2 major heads will be getting. Under the assets, again major head, non-current assets as well as the current assets. Under the non-current assets, fixed assets, that is tangible assets. Note number 6, we have maintained 30 lakhs. Which are the things we will be getting? 30 lakhs means how we will be getting? See here, note number 6, fixed assets, that is tangible asset, particulars rupees plant and machinery 10 lakhs, land and buildings 20 lakhs. Total it becomes how much? 30 lakhs. So this 30 lakhs we have taken under the asset side, my dear students. So non-current assets, under that fixed assets, tangible assets, 6, note number 6 is 30 lakhs. Non-current investment is nil, other non-current assets is nil. Under the current assets, current investment 8 lakh, inventory is 14 lakh, trade receivable is nil, cash and cash equivalents is 10 lakhs, short-term loans and advances is nil, other current assets also is nil. So you will be getting the amount of rupees 62 lakhs. So assets will be equal to the liabilities, equities and liabilities. Equities and liabilities 62 lakhs. Here assets also 62 lakhs. Don't be confused here. I will say the question here. See, equity share capital, shareholders fund under the head share capital. Inventories is an asset, current asset. Plant and machinery is an asset, fixed asset. Preference share capital, fixed asset in that plant and machinery will be coming under the tangible assets. Preference share capital, shareholders fund, share capital. Debenture redemption reserve will be coming under the reserves and surplus. Outstanding expenses will be coming under where? Under the head of the other liabilities, that is non-current liabilities also we can call it as. So proposed dividend will be coming under the provision for taxation, also it may be treated. So it will be coming under the short-term provisions. Again, land and building is an asset, current investment is land and building is an asset, is an tangible asset, current investment is an head coming under the current assets, cash equivalent will be coming under the current asset, short-term loan from Z Limited, it is short-term borrowings, public deposit also short-term borrowings. So my dear students, will be understood this problem. So you can see the note also, you can pause it and you can write it. Moving on to the next problem, that is 10th problem, my dear students. Prepare balance sheet of White Limited as on 31st March 2018 as per Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013 from the following information. Particulars rupees is given. Clearly listen here. General reserve, take down a pencil and you can mark it. General reserve 3 lakhs is given. This 3 lakhs will be coming under the reserves and surplus, under the equities and liabilities. 10% debentures 3 lakhs will be coming under the long term borrowings. Under the long term borrowings, we need to record 10% debentures. Balance in statement of profit and loss. Whatever the balance we got in the statement and profit and loss, no, that is like a reserve only. It should be maintained under the reserves and surplus, the surplus amount only. Depreciation on fixed assets, gross block is given. Understand here clearly. Gross block how much is given? 9 lakhs. Whenever gross block is given means here fixed asset is also given. Depreciation on fixed assets. So gross block means overall amount of 9 lakhs is given. The asset amount is how much? Overall asset gross block is 9 lakhs. Under that deduct the amount of 70,000 in the for what? For the depreciation. So you will be getting 8,20,000 will be the now present value of the fixed assets. Current liabilities will be coming as it is. They are given 2,50,000. It's easy. It will be coming under the current liabilities head itself. Preliminary expenses, it will be coming under the asset side. Other non-current assets we can take it. Other non-current assets 30,000. 6% preference share capital will be coming under the, that is share capital, shareholders fund. Cash and cash equivalents will be coming under the current assets amount of rupees 6,10,000. Now solution, balance sheet as at 31st March 2018. Under the balance sheet you can notice here particulars, note number, amount in rupees. So equities and liabilities. Under the equities and liabilities we have shareholders fund. Under that share capital, note number 1, 5 lakhs. How we got that 5 lakhs means, here you can see the note clearly here. Note number 1, share capital, particulars rupees, 6% preference share capital, how much is there? 5 lakhs. So that 5 lakhs we have considered here. So that is under note number 1. Reserves and surplus, note number 2, how much is there? 4,20,000. Where we got that 4,20,000? You can see the note here. Reserves and surplus 4,20,000. How we got means general reserve 3 lakhs. Balance of statement of profit and loss 1,20,000. Overall we got how much? 4,20,000, my dear students. Again, money received against share warrants is nil. Share application money pending allotment is nil. Non-current liabilities, long-term borrowings, debentures, that is note number 3, 3 lakhs. So we know that debentures 3 lakhs is the balance. So long-term borrowings, how many percent debentures? 10% debentures, 3 lakhs. So that 3 lakhs we have considered here. So it becomes 3 lakhs. Long-term borrowings, debentures, note number 3, 3 lakhs. Current liabilities, it is of 2,50,000. Overall balance it becomes how much in the liability side, equities and liabilities, 14,70,000. How we got that 14,70,000 means shareholders fund, under that share capital note number 1 5 lakhs, reserves and surplus note number 2 4,20,000. Money received against share warrants is nil, share application money pending allotment is nil. Non-current liabilities only we have long-term borrowings debentures, that is of 3 lakhs, note number 3. Current liabilities 2,50,000 directly they are given, so overall it becomes 14,70,000 my dear students. Next, moving on to the assets. Under the assets we have non-current assets. Under that non-current assets, fixed assets. Under that fixed asset, tangible assets note number 4, it is of 8,30,000. Non-current investment is nil, other non-current assets is 5. So you can see that tangible assets also, fixed assets, tangible asset note number 4, 8,30,000 I said. How we got that 8,30,000? See here, fixed assets note number 4, gross block how much is given? 9 lakhs, minus this depreciation 70,000, you will be getting net block how much is there? 8,30,000. Gross block how much is there my dear students here? 9 lakhs minus the depreciation 70,000, so you will be getting the net block amount of rupees 8,30,000 my dear students. 8,30,000 my dear students. So again, non-current investment is nil, other non-current assets note number 5, I maintain 30,000. What is that 30,000? I will be showing here in the note. Again, separate note is maintained. Note number 5, other non-current assets, that is what here? Preliminary expenses 30,000. So total it becomes 30,000, that I have shown here. So again, we are moving to the, so overall we will be getting 14,70,000. I think again we have one more transaction. Yes, current assets. Under that current asset, current investment is nil, inventories is nil, trade receivables is nil, cash and cash equivalents we have how much? 6,10,000. Short term loans and advances is nil, other current assets is also nil. So overall total it becomes how much? 14,70,000 my dear students. So this is the problem related with 6 mark sections. Very important. If you learn the format, if you know the format, it is easy to point out the transaction entries and you can make it here. It's easy to get 6 marks also my dear students. So here you can see under the liabilities which are there, so you will be getting shareholders fund. Under the shareholders fund you will be getting share capital, reserves and surplus, money received against share warrants. Again, share application money pending allotment, non-current liabilities. Under that long term borrowings. Current liabilities here they didn't give anything, directly they are given 2,50,000. So directly we have taken. Assets means non-current assets, under that fixed assets, non-current investments, other non-current assets. Current assets, current investment, inventories, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, other current assets. So you will be getting the total. So you can pause the video and you can make it, you can write all the notes also. So based upon these problems you have seen the questions related with now. So in this sections it's very easy only, you can make it the problems very easily. So now we have completed the 10th problem my dear students. So you need to learn the format of statement of profit and loss. I said yesterday itself, when you know the statement of profit and loss, when you memorize it, the statement of balance sheet also, it will be very easy for you. When you remember the transactions only, it will be easy to find out the question, as well as you can easily make it and you can get 6 marks easily my dear students. So tomorrow again we can see in the next video section my dear students. So until it is bye from Kulandaraj, accountancy lecturer, SDC College, Bangarpet. Thank you my dear students.